Sorry about that. Yesterday, daylight savings time began. Well, that's good because that means that spring is just around the corner. And actually, it's less than a week away. Welcome back to Rob Speed Today. This is episode number 108, and I'm Rob Shendo. I don't normally wear fluorescent green, but I had to acknowledge that St. Patrick's Day is this week, and I won't see my people over the bar where I work again until after St. Patrick's Day. So I wore this shirt. You must be Irish because my dig is Dublin. I wore this shirt Saturday night, and it turned out to be really popular. People liked it a lot, and actually people said I looked good in it. But I also want to let you see it too. I don't know why it's so important to me, but I thought it was kind of cute, and I hope you enjoy it. But you really can't see it while I talk. But spring is on the horizon, and I think that's so cool because I've always kind of felt that the year really should begin with spring. Not smack dab there in the middle of winter, January 1st, when everyone's so depressed and down and granted, we're just a week. Well, even the Christmas holiday is over with, and all you have to look forward to is a couple months of snow and freezing cold and whatever, depending on where you're located. Wouldn't it be better if the year began at spring, when new life starts to bloom? All the vegetation, plants and trees and attitudes. That's when resolutions should be made. You don't make your New Year's resolution on New Year's. Make your New Year's resolution first day of spring. Of course, logically, people want to track what progress they've made with the resolutions. Or say if you quit smoking or stopped eating something fattening or just change the habit, you want to say, well, I've been doing this for 49 days so far, or whatever it might be. In spring, who knows? Well, spring is 20th of March, right? It makes more sense to me. I say that because by nature, I think by and large, I'm a pretty positive person. I'm optimistic at least, and I'm looking forward to, maybe it's the contrast. I had the worst week. Well, I didn't personally, but the world had the worst week, and it just bothers me, and it bothers me poorly. I dwell on it, and consequently, I just didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to talk. I just wanted to kind of sulk. I had several bad things go wrong personally, and then in the news, you should all know about what happened up in Wisconsin with the Republicans control the legislature up there, completely screwing the middle class by ending collective bargaining in that state for public employees. You see another effort. You see the same sorts of things going on in Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, and you name it. There's movements all over that are just as terrible, just disgusting. And of course, there was this horrible, horrible, horrible natural disaster in Japan, and I guess I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that you should to please go back into iTunes. I always want you to go to iTunes to rate and comment on the podcast, but right now, if you go there, iTunes has a method for you to donate to relief for the Japanese, and it's right there on the home page, the front page of iTunes. And Apple will not take out any money. It'll just forward all the money that you donate towards the cause. So it's time to consider something like that. As well, check out what your cell phone's suggesting to do. You can just text something, and the Red Cross will get a donation. And those donations are free of any charges. Like most of us, I was excited and looking forward to Maryland becoming the next state to have marriage equality written into the law. Well, the Republicans there, too, fucked it up. The Maryland House of Delegates voted to send it back to committee, I guess, and it means that it's kind of in a limbo state right now. So it's another disappointment that happened last week. It was scheduled for Friday. Today's Monday. Didn't happen, folks. Didn't happen. I tell you, there are so many bad things that have been going on last week. Although I had a couple good ones myself. I've just got a tweet. Since I spoke the last bit about whatever, and I put my glasses on to read it because it's coming through on my phone. Do you use AT&T? See the phone reflect. AT&T to cap internet use. This is from the Washington Post blog. AT&T announced that it will impose a limit on DSL data usage on its customers and start charging those who exceed that limit. The cap, which will go into effect May 2nd, will be 150 gigabytes per month for DSL customers and 250 gigabytes per month for the company's UVerse customers. According to Dow Jones, those who exceed the limit more than 3 times in 1 month will be charged $10 for every 50 gigabytes over the limit. The company will send customer alerts when they approach 65%, 90%, and 100% of their monthly allowance. Ick! We need regulation, folks. That is so distressing to me. I am a heavy user of the internet. Not only what I do with you, I do another podcast, I'm starting another one, or rebuilding another one. I stream everything. I would use 250 I do use 250 gigabytes like that. It's gone. I had the streaming video, either Twit TV or I had Hulu on for the last 36 hours. I can't afford AT&T. I don't like AT&T. And that's why I never had an iPhone, because it still says AT&T, even though they might be unique customers, companies somehow. But good news, Lady Gaga is still standing up for us and doing her part, and she just won't be bullied by Target. She has dropped an exclusivity deal she had with the department store chain, where she was going to release. She's released a CD, but she had a special version of it with special tracks, a special song or something that would be available to Target customers. Not anymore, because Target hasn't, to her satisfaction, reversed all the homophobic dastardly deeds they did last summer. Well, that was when they contributed to right-wing candidates who were particularly anti-gay. It's really difficult because Target's overall is not a bad company. In fact, the Human Rights Campaign gives them a high score of 85%, 85, whatever that is measured against. They are perfect to their gay employees and their spouses and their partners. They're perfect as far as supporting gay pride events. They are wonderful, and they're a great store. That's that one little thing. And it wouldn't have happened if the damn Republican Supreme Court hadn't handed down this decision called Citizens United, declaring corporations the same as people and have the same powers as people and the same rights as people, so they can contribute to political campaigns. Of course, they can't be arrested, they can't be thrown in jail, they can't be executed. Think about that. Today's episode has been very difficult for me. It's 8:03 in the morning. I've been working on it for 4 hours. I recorded segment after segment, only to scrap them and throw them away, because I don't feel I'm communicating the way I like to communicate. I'm not as clear as I wish to be, and I guess I'm kind of hungover yet with the. I don't mean alcohol hungover, the depression from all these events last week. And there's more I haven't even told you about. But I want to thank you for listening. Thank you for being my friend and putting up with me for today. I got some good news now. Tomorrow night I'll be modeling again for an art class. A group of artists gathered in workshop to draw me. But there's lots of good things on the horizon. After all, it's spring. But right now, I think that's going to be about it. Again, thanks for downloading. Thanks for watching. If you're new to Rob's Feed, please don't judge me on this episode. It hasn't been all the best one. But I'll be back shortly with another episode. I think that's all I'm going to say.